A beautiful start to the morning. Good morning, welcome to Shark Bay in Western Australia. Do you know what I realised last night? I was looking up on the map. If you fly kind of that direction for about 20 miles, the point you get to there, that's the most westerly point in the whole of Australia. Today's plan is quite an interesting one. We've got to get fuel because there's no fuel in Shark Bay, so we're just going to fly across to Carnarvon, pick up some fuel, hopefully do some whale spotting on the way across there as well, refuel at Carnarvon, and then it's the longest leg on the whole trip from Carnarvon all the way up to Broome. I want to try and do this in one go just to take advantage of the good weather. So that leg from Carnarvon to Broome is probably going to be about 4 hours. And then before we leave Monkey Mire as well, apparently this is where the dolphins come in to feed in the morning, so we'll watch them do that. And then we'll head off into Kilo Juliet November and get going. It's that direction. Bay traffic, Kilo Juliet November is rolling, runway 18, downwind departure to Carnarvon 1500, Shark Bay. Full power. Airspeeds are live on both, temperatures and pressures are good. 70 knots.
Carnarvon traffic rex 2416, Sun 340, IFR 10 miles to the south, passing 3000 on descent, still tracking by the 5 mile final, straight in, turn us round.
Bye Shark Bay. And that's where we were this morning, that's our resort down there, Monkey Mire. Just a short hop to Carnarvon, just over the water now, then we'll make a left turn when we get to land, refuel at Carnarvon, and then it's the long leg, the big one, the 4-hour trip between Carnarvon and Broome. So if you want any snacks, make sure you get them at Carnarvon because we won't be stopping otherwise. All refueled, plenty of fuel now to get to Broome. We've got about 6 hours endurance on this thing and it's about 4 hours to Broome, so plenty to get there. If we need to refuel, I'll stop at Port Hedland on the way. Everything's checked. Let's go to Broome. Carnarvon traffic, Kilo Juliet November is rolling, runway 04, upwind departure, tracking northeasterly, Carnarvon. Full power. Airspeed alive. 80 knots, flaps away. By Carnarvon, 500 feet. Fuel pump stays on, landing lights off. Caps is now available. We're going to 2,000 feet, so let's do indicated airspeed and out, GPS steering.
Kilo Juliet November X-ray uniform Bravo, just approaching the field at 3,000. Have you passed over the river yet?
A firm, we're over the river, just below 2,000 now. Kilo Juliet November, and I've got you sighted, so we'll continue to climb. Kilo Juliet November. I've just climbed us up again. We're at 9,500 feet now. We were at 5,500 back there, and it was starting to get a little bit lumpy. As the day goes on, as the ground heats up, you get some of that turbulence. So I decided to climb us up to 9,500 feet. Also because I had looked at the winds at the different levels before and I knew they would be more favourable higher up. So now that we were out of Carnarvon, I got us up to 9,500
And yeah, we've got a little bit of a tailwind now, but we had a little bit of a headwind, so it's netted out better for us. But our ground speed, therefore, we've gone up to 171 knots over the ground. And when you've got these long legs like this one, I mean, it's an hour and 20 minutes to our first waypoint. I always think that every couple of knots that you can squeeze out of extra ground speed just really helps you. Saves fuel, means you get there quicker, saves endurance on the aircraft, all that kind of thing. So yeah, 9,500 feet seems to be working really well. Carnarvon on the coast looked like a nice place to visit. It's a shame I didn't actually have more time to spend there. A shout out just to Jed, who I met on the ground. Nice talking to you, Jed. Thanks for your help. There's some awesome landscape though that we're flying over now. All these rivers are making these little tributaries, little sort of spiny fingers that are coming out. It looks like, sort of looks like a painting, doesn't it? Those colours are incredible. Fashioned this very technical sunshade device here on the left hand side. The sun, because we're obviously kind of heading northeast now, we've been heading west for the whole of the trip up until now, so the sun's always been on the right, but we're heading northeast, so as the sun comes around in the afternoon it's coming more and more around to this side of me. But we're just coming up to some pretty cool rock formations down here as well, which you should be able to see out of the left hand side on the wing cam. That's pretty awesome. It's like it's been abraded over time by all the winds and the storms that have come through, and it's just cut this ridge line across through the desert. The one thing I will say about flying is I love flying and I love getting to places, but sometimes you fly over places and you think, man, if only I could get down there and have a look. That up ahead on the cameras, there's a big, it looks like weather up ahead, but as we're getting closer, I think it's smokestacks. I think there's some smoke that's being released from somewhere, but it's going up to a similar level to what we're on, I think, and just sitting there. Now I was looking it up on the map, and according to the World Aeronautical chart that I'm using, I think it could be the Pilgangoora Mining Centre. But what I'm going to do is, with VFR, we can divert wherever the heck we want. I don't want to obviously go through that, so I'm just going to divert us off our track a little bit to the left, back onto track right again. I'll do it all visually, but I'm basically going to add 20 degrees left, then parallel, and then 20 degrees right again and parallel again. So just remember my track 040, so I'll go left 020. We are on heading mode, which means the autopilot will follow the heading bug just to go around to the left of this, give it plenty of room. If it is smoke that is billowing out, I don't want any of those particles getting into the engine or getting into the cockpit here. Wouldn't be very pleasant. It's got some traffic coming out of Port Hedland, which is down to our left.
Julia November, network 1615. If possible, could you just remain west of Port Hedland? We'll roll runway 32 with a right-hand turn, remaining east at all times.
We can remain west of Port Hedland. Kilo Juliet November. Alright, that road goes directly into Port Hedland. The airport's down there. He's taken off. We're going to stay west of the airport. He's going to stay east. I can't see.
Kilo Juliet November, network 1615. We are now 3 or middle and tracking to intercept track bound. Have a good day.
Kilo Juliet November, copied. Thank you. We're going to turn back up the coast. Have a good day too. So he took off. He's climbing up. He's ahead of us, or above us now I should say, so I can now turn back Head over Port Hedland, keep trucking up the coast. Well, that got busy all of a sudden. Oh, and also those smokestacks that I thought I saw earlier, they're not smokestacks, that's a big fire, a huge fire. Or a couple of fires actually, which are burning at the moment. Oh, I've got the jet now in sight as well. Broome Tower, Cirrus Kilo Juliet November is approaching Barn Hill Caravan Park from the southwest, 3,500. Inbound with Echo, going to track coastal to the airport and unfamiliar with aerodrome, request joining procedure.
Kilo Juliet November, g'day, Broome Tower. Follow the coast, maintain 3,500 and report again 15 miles from Broome.
Maintain 3,500 and report 15 miles Broome, Kilo Juliet November.
November, cleared visual approach. Traffic on a mid-left downwind runway 10 is a Sikorsky helicopter, a medium-sized helicopter. Report sighting, you're number 3 to that aircraft.
Cleared visual approach, runway 10, looking for the chopper, Kilo Juliet November.
Kilo Juliet November, the helicopter you're following is left base.
Still looking in Kilo Juliet November. Chopper in sight, Kilo Juliet November.
Kilo Juliet November, follow the helicopter. They do tend to slow down on final, just for your planning purposes. Caution, wake turbulence.
Follow the chopper, copy that, Kilo Juliet November.
Kilo Juliet November, clear to land.
Clear to land, Kilo Juliet November.
Kilo Juliet November, take the next left, follow the vehicle on taxiway Foxtrot.
Next left, follow the vehicle on Foxtrot, Kilo Juliet November.